everybody, welcome to Thursday on Big Fish, Little Fish and Craig Thompson. We have a proper meeting for a Thursday at Addington tonight, including an old friend coming back into the country, an amazing dream.
Yeah, morning, Michael. Great night, isn't it? Plenty of variables to talk about tonight with the size stakes heat and how that's going to unvolve. And yeah, amazing dream back, taking on not a big field, but I would say a quality field, Michael, with a few there that have certainly lifted their game in the last 2 or 3 weeks. And there's a couple of undercard races too, Michael, that we need to talk about as well. One in particular, the Graphite Futurity Show Day heat going forward to obviously the final.
Okay, let's power through a couple of these. I spoke to Mark Purdon last night. He said he would have preferred a trial with Amazing Dream, but he thinks with Stylish Memphis being out, she can get away with it. What do you make of her versus Need You Now? In what, as you mentioned, is a small field, but a pretty darn good one.
It is. Robert Dunn, obviously bigger numbers with 3 in there, Michael, but I think clearly the best of them is Need You Now. I think she's a mare that has improved a lot since we saw around Christmas time in Auckland. I think she's certainly surpassed her stablemates by a long way now. And tonight, Michael, I'm actually tipping her to beat Amazing Dream and tipping her to quite convincingly beat her, because there's a couple of reasons why. I know All Stars will have them relatively fit tonight, but it's not the end goal with them tonight. Remember, this is just a heat. I think she'll be relatively forward, but I think Need You Now's had 3 runs in, and I think she can work in her races. She's proved that she can sit parked, she can be dominant in front, and she can be lethal from behind. So it's a very tactical race, but I like the 280 on her versus, say, the $2 on the All-Star run.
Yeah, talking to Mark last night, I can't argue with you. I get the feeling he is confident she'll win the series, but he's not super confident about tonight. Krug versus It's All About Faith. I think the odds are slightly askew unless Krug's going to lead. This is going to be interesting because at some stage, It's All About Faith needs to make a statement against Krug, but I've got a funny feeling it might not be tonight.
It's funny, isn't it, Michael? Because he's got me a couple of times. It's All About Faith when I expected him to dominate a race and he didn't do it. And then when you think Krug's got the draw to lead, or It's All About Faith all of a sudden finds that gate speed to get across. Just looking at it, naturally, after looking at the big race a fortnight ago, you'd suggest that It's All About Faith should hold up quite convincingly. I mean, he crossed Krug from a wider draw last time. I just thought, like you, the $4 on opening was way overs. I didn't see the gap that's between them price-wise is the same as what is on paper. So I actually put something on It's All About Faith. I think Krug's a better horse, I'll be honest. But I don't think tonight, again, with All About Faith finding the front and the stablemate dropping to the trail, Krug's going to have to sit parked out to win. And at $1.45, I'm not willing to take that.
Look, I'm not either. Mark did suggest to me last night you can't keep going to the well all the time really deeply, so he might look for an easier run, but I think everybody feels probably the same, including the Krug team. American Lightning, massive step up in grade, but gee, there's a lot to like about this horse.
It's a really good field because there's a couple in there that the viewers may not have heard of. One of them's called Dashing Major from Robert Dunn's barn. It's been a maiden I've been waiting for 4 weeks, and all of a sudden it pops up in a race that probably can't win. But he's a horse to follow going forward out of tonight. And Arden's Ace has won its last 2. Pace and Pride's looked okay. Still only a maiden, Michael, but you've got to remember it's run into Darling Men, It's All About Faith, and its 2 defeats. So there is a little bit of depth outside the 2 hot favourites here.
Okay, I like Martuatana tonight to beat Dark Horse. I think that's got a chance. And I think the horse we were tipping last week as being at least a good place chance out of my way, I think it'll overcome barrier 9 in race 2 in the trot. So that's what I like. What do you like at Addington on a really jam-packed Thursday night?
I concur on Martuatana. I think the 340 versus the Dark Horse's short price favourite tips me that way. Also the 20-minute advantage. And saying that, I'm still not sure I trust him. But at 340, I'll take the risk tonight. The one I'm really keen on, and I'm going to talk the punters and the viewers into this big time, is Go Paddy tonight. 2 versions of Go Paddy. We saw the Auckland version that turned up and was terrible. Now, they had excuses. They went back to obviously back down south again. Trialled at Ashburton the other day, Michael. Came from last and ran past Pace and Pride, who is your 3rd favourite for the Sire Stakes heat tonight, and ran past it convincingly. Now, what I would suggest to the viewers tonight, not only bet Go Paddy tonight, but back it in the futures market for their final. Now it's $6 as we do this interview. I believe tonight it'll win. It's $2 tonight and being backed as we speak. I think if it wins tonight, it'll go to the final and it'll shorten after tonight into around about $3. So there's a window of opportunity doing big fish, little fish now to take the odds, hopefully, on Go Paddy winning tonight.
Yeah, I spoke to Mark Purdon about it yesterday. He said, look, didn't see the best version of the horse in the north, lot happy out. I said, what's your best for the night? And he said just that. So there you go. Go Paddy, getting it from the big fish and the slightly smaller Mark Purdon. We'll be back tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon actually, on hrnz.co.nz or the Facebook page, because we have a massive meeting coming up out of Alexandra Park. Until then, bet responsibly, have some fun.